Portland's mayor and police chief are calling out our mental health system after a deadly officer-involved shooting last weekend. That deadly encounter was the third time in 4 months that officers met Coben Henriksen when he appeared to be in crisis. Fox 12's Audrey Wheel is live in Northeast Portland with more. Audrey?
Well, Pete, we're outside Providence, which is one of 2 hospitals where police say Coben Henriksen was taken following those encounters with police. Today, the mayor said that the mental health system failed Henriksen, and I actually spoke to Henriksen's dad on the phone earlier this afternoon, and he said no question the mental health system failed his son and tens of thousands of others just like him. Sunday night, police responded to a call about a man armed with a knife near Southeast 103rd Avenue and Stark Street. Police say officers found Coben Henriksen with 2 knives. They used both less lethal and lethal force, and police say Henriksen died at the scene.
All of us, including Mr. Henriksen's family, the officers involved in the community at large, wish it had ended differently. I have no doubt of that. But it didn't. And now it's our obligation to be as thorough as possible to find out why and to report back to the community what we learned.
Portland police say this was their 3rd encounter with Henriksen in the past 4 months. In the first 2 encounters, police say no force was used and Henriksen was taken to the hospital. Portland Adventist in August and Providence back in November.
By the time shots were fired on Sunday, there had already been multiple system failures, in my opinion. I feel quite strongly that the mental health system failed Mr. Henriksen. I agree with Chief Outlaw on this point.
The hospitals aren't saying much about their role. Portland Adventist says they're not able to respond because it's a police matter. Providence sent us a statement saying they follow state law and that, quote, Providence has procedures in place in an effort to ensure patients are being discharged into a safe environment. But they would not elaborate on what those procedures are. Multnomah County also responded, saying in part, ultimately, anyone experiencing a mental health crisis should not have to face a violent death at the hands of law enforcement. The county is actively working to provide other options locally for these situations, because even if our mental health system were fully funded, people are still going to experience crisis in public. We can and we must do better. And Henriksen's dad told me that he also believes the police department failed his son by using excessive force. That officer-involved shooting is still under investigation, and those 2 officers involved are on routine administrative leave. Live in Northeast Portland, Audrey Wheel, Fox 12 Oregon.